Pop the top, it's time for another video to drop, and today bring you guys number 4 of the TEW 2020 Developers Journal. What is a Developer Journal, you might ask? Well, for TEW games, every single time there's a new TEW game, that booking simulator that this channel was founded on, there is always a Developer's Journal where they tell you basically the new features that are going to be in the game. And today we have the very 4th edition of the Developer's Journal, so let's go ahead and get right on into it. Spoilers. Christmas is next week. As a result, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to post much, if at all. So what we're going to do is go old school dev journal this week. One post every weekday. That way, if I am around next week, we're not going to get behind schedule. And if I do post, well, you've got bonus content. Win-win. Number 4, switching player order. In previous games, you've always had to play in turn order, but that's now been thrown out the window. During AM mode, there's now a switch player button on the left-hand menu. You can switch back and forth to your heart's content, even multiple times per turn. So player A can do his thing, player B can then come in and do some stuff, player A can come back and do things, etc., etc. The turn only ends when all the players have set themselves as being done. Obviously, this has no impact if you only play single-player games, but I think that this is a real bonus if you're doing any multiplayer game or like to control multiple companies at once. This next bit is super minor, but I'm going to throw it in as it's closely related to the above. In PM mode in the past, it was always split so that all the players ran their shows, then the AI. There's nothing particularly bad about this method, but it did mean there was one annoying problem in that the AI would have to guess who would have been used on the big AI-controlled shows, and this was not always 100% accurate. It meant that occasionally smaller companies did not have access to talent that technically they should have. What happens in the new game is that shows happen in size order, regardless of whether the company is controlled by human or the AI. This means that the guesswork is removed. So if a bigger company does not utilize one of their roster, then that worker is potentially available to work for a smaller company that night. As I said above, this is a really minor change, and honestly, I doubt most people would have even noticed. But it does get rid of a small irritation. I wanted to flag it up so that people didn't mistakenly think that they could switch player order in PM mode too. Well, I mean, I kind of feel like this just goes to show that multiplayer is gonna kind of be the same this year. Which, I mean, it is. I said at the very start, man, that it's gonna be a very pipe dream to like really wish we got actual multiplayer through TW. But I don't know. This one, on one hand, it does kind of seem like we might get a new style of multiplayer because how would that? You know how difficult that would be to switch back and forth without hitting the next? To send the data back and forth to someone. I don't know if really that's gonna be optimal for a multiplayer style in the way that we've had to do it before, where you had to send your data to somebody and they had to send it right back. I don't know if that's gonna be optimal or not for this, but at the same time, I could see this being basically a confirmation that we might not have a new multiplayer style, which, I mean, if not, you don't really lose anything because we dealt with it for years now on TW, but at the same time, you kind of do want it, but it doesn't look hopeful. But I mean, at the end of the day, if you are playing a multiplayer game, this is a good feature to have because you're able to just switch back and forth, or if you're playing as multiple companies in one game, like I was kind of thinking about with NXT UK and regular NXT, and you can just switch back and forth without having to end the turn. That's such a good feature to have. And, I mean, I'm going to probably use it a lot in games like that where I control 2 different companies at once. But, as it stands, I mean, there's nothing really too crazy about it, I guess, with this feature. Definitely, like I said, man, the best feature so far, in my opinion, is either the screen resolution being upgraded or the child company / developmental companies being able to be controlled. But guys, that'll wrap it up for today. I'm not going to hold you guys too much. As you found out just now, just as I did, there are going to be more developer journals coming out this week, which is a very, very good thing because, well, that means more content. So here we go, man. I'm excited to see what we're going to get tomorrow, the day after, etc. So that'll wrap it up for this one, though, guys. If you are new, go hit that subscribe button. We are so close to hitting 2K, and we are on the road to hitting 2K. If you're already subscribed, go and hit that bell so you know time we upload. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And as always and forever, take it easy, guys. Peace.